So it's time to talk outdoor decorations, and Sarah Gunn has been busy adding a festive touch to her house. It looks so good out there. Now, Sarah, you say you keep the decorations flowing from inside to out, so we're going to start on the porch, right?
Yeah, we are. Let's start with the doors, Tracy, and you can see we even have snow here for you for this segment, just especially for you. But we start with the wreaths here. I love adding wreaths to the door to welcome guests, and there's a couple different ways you can hang them. So, most often you see these hooks. They're so easy. They just clip right over your door and you pop your wreath on and you're good to go. You could also use these adhesive hooks to stick them actually right onto your window. But you want to make sure that you're using ones that are specifically designed for outdoor use so that they withstand all this beautiful weather that we have here in Canada, right? But there's another way you could do it too, which I tried this year. I just wrapped a ribbon around my wreath, and I did use one of these hooks, but I actually hung it upside down on the inside of my door and tied the ribbon to that. And it just adds like another pretty element to the porch, I think.
That is such a great idea. Such a good tip. Okay, now talk to me about tips for wrapping the garland around the door.
Okay, so it's easy to do as well. Again, I use adhesive hooks, but you need to make sure you have a flat surface. You can see here I've got this sort of flat plastic, I think it's plastic vinyl, I'm not sure, that I've attached hooks to. You can't attach them to these rougher surfaces, they're just gonna fall off. And then look for a garland that's long enough that's gonna drape all the way to the ground. If you can't find it, double up, triple up. And if you find one that's too thin like I did, just kind of wind them around each other. I have two here, and then they just add that fullness when you add a couple together.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I love the idea of using the hooks and not nailing into the frame. That's very important. All right, let's talk about some of the other areas on the porch that you decorated, Sarah.
Okay, so I added some cushions to the chairs just for a little festive touch. I don't know about you, Tracy, but I rarely leave the house this time of year, so I thought these ones were perfect. I'm definitely home for the holidays. And then just a little stool here with some greenery, but you could use that to set your cup of coffee or your tea. And then I finished it off here with this rug, which looks beautiful enough to be inside your home, but it's actually an outdoor rug from Ruggable. It's so pretty and subtle, and the colors kind of blend in with the patio, so it's not like in your face, which I like. And we don't have railings on our upper area here, so I have planters on either end. I know we'll get to more of those in a minute, but I just added a little bit of greenery there for another festive look.
I really, really like that rug. That really looks like an indoor rug. Like, I feel like waking up in pajamas and having coffee on your porch. Like, that's how homey it looks. Let's talk about the...
I do that, so you can feel free to come over and join me. There's two chairs.
Okay, good stuff. might take you up on that invite. I want to talk about your planters. Lots of people are buying the inserts and dropping them in. What do you do?
Okay, so I like to customize my planters. Surprise. And it's really much easier than you think. I went to Sheridan Nurseries and I picked up their basic greens, okay? And so each of these, because they're rectangular, I've got two of their round basic green pots in here. They already look really, really pretty, but you can see that around the front, because those are round and my planters are rectangular, that there's some spaces here that don't have any greenery. So I always get extra boughs from the garden center and I just slide them in there and fill in all of those gaps with those, which adds a little bit more. That one's too big, so I'm just, you know, editing it. You gotta step back and take a look and see what you think. And then you add the decorative elements. The great thing about this is it's usually more budget friendly than buying the pre-made ones, and you have elements that are definitely your style. So this season I started off with these oversized pine cones with this sort of snowy finish, and I'm just tucking them in to the planter. Use odd numbers at different heights, and you want to make sure they're on different angles as well. They're not all just standing up perfectly straight. And then I loved these berries that I saw because they drape really beautifully over your planter, and you can tuck them in around and layer them at different heights. And that's something, it's a look that's not too Christmassy. It's more of a winter look, which I like because then it appeals to everyone. And it's something that you can leave out all season long, and it's just gonna be a really, really pretty welcome for everybody that's coming to your home.
That's so nice. Listen, you tell no lies when you say it is so much more inexpensive to do it yourself. You know me, we go way back. I am lazy. So I go and I buy the ones that are pre-made, and they're so heavy, Sarah, and they're so expensive. And I actually buy them for my parents as well. I don't even tell them how much I pay because they'd say, stop it. Like, don't even do it. We don't even want it for that amount. But what I do is...
I'll come make some for you.
That would be awesome. But the trade-off is that I keep them there until April. I get my money's worth.
I think you're getting your money's worth.
Yes. Okay, now how do you light up the front, Sarah?
Okay, well, honestly, normally I don't, Tracy, but when I was asked to do this segment, a lovely skunk visited us at night and dug up all the grass on the side of my patio. So I was like, what am I going to do? Well, it was the perfect opportunity for me to pick up these sweetest little potted Christmas trees, wrap them in lights. Of course, I had to add a little bow or two on them. And now I have lights out front, and I cannot wait to sit out here in my pajamas with you and have a hot chocolate.
It is a total date, and I like the fact that you never used to use lights before because you just assume everybody's got the exterior lights going on, but that's a great way to do it on your little mini trees. Smart.
Yes.
Looks very inviting. Thank you, Sarah. Join you for coffee soon in our PJs.